Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome to Becoming Rise podcast. Today, we're diving into some real talk, something that'll blow your mind, behavioral psychology and why every gambler ends up broke. Ever wondered, why do gamblers always lose? Here's the crazy part. Most of the time, they're winning, raking in cash left and right. But somehow, boom, they're broke, house gone, life in shambles. How does that even happen? Today, we're cracking open the human brain, dissecting every move, every emotion, to figure out why gambling is a one-way ticket to disaster. You ready? Let's get it. The hot streak. Winning big, betting small. Picture this, you're at the casino or maybe you're online and you hit a hot streak. Everything's going your way. Every bet's a win. Money's piling up. You're feeling like a freaking legend. But here's the wild twist. Why are you only betting pocket change? Before you started, you swore you'd go big if luck was on your side. But now that you're killing it, you're playing it safe, betting like a scaredy cat. What's the deal? It's not random, fam. Your brain's playing a psychological trick called the loss aversion effect. Big brains like Daniel Kahneman and Amos Tversky dropped this truth bomb in their 1979 prospect theory. Losing a grand hurts twice as bad as winning a grand feels good. So, when you're on a hot streak, you're terrified of losing your stack, so you bet small to protect it. But wait, there's more. Your brain's getting high on dopamine, that feel-good chemical. It doesn't just spike when you win. It goes crazy when you're waiting for the result, heart pounding, palms sweaty. So, you bet small to stretch out that thrill without risking too much. Plus, those memories of past losses haunt you like a ghost, whispering, bet big, and you're screwed. End result? You miss the chance to cash in big when the odds are in your favor. The cold streak. Losing hard, betting huge. Alright, hot streaks don't last forever. The cold streak hits and you start losing 1 bet, 2, 3. Your stack's shrinking fast. And here's where it gets nuts. You start betting bigger, maybe even going all in. Hold up, weren't you just scared of losing? Why are you throwing down huge bets now? This is where behavioral psychology lands a knockout punch. When you lose, you get sucked into something called chasing losses. Instead of walking away, your brain's like, no way I'm losing this cash. One more bet, and I'm back in the game. But spoiler alert, the more you bet, the deeper you sink. Researcher Lucio pointed this out back in the 80s. When you're losing, you're trapped in a dangerous mental loop, convincing yourself one win will fix everything. But a cold streak doesn't care about your comeback dreams. At the same time, adrenaline, that stress hormone, goes into overdrive. Your heart's racing, blood's pumping, and you feel like you have to do something now. A 2010 study by Lord Clucker showed that when you lose, your brain's amygdala, the emotion hub, lights up like a Christmas tree, while your prefrontal cortex, the logic center, basically shuts off. You're not thinking straight anymore. You're betting big not to win, but to escape the sting of failure. And just like that, you're betting your last dollar only to end up with nothing. The grind, stuck in the sunk cost trap. Between hot and cold streaks, there's the grind where you're winning some, losing some. This is where you get sucked in the deepest. Why? Because of the sunk cost fallacy. You're thinking, I've already spent so much time and money. Quitting now would be a waste. So, you keep playing. Even when your gut's screaming, this ain't right. The longer you play, the more tired you get, and that's when you start making straight-up dumb decisions. Your brain can only focus hard for about 45 minutes before it starts slipping. When you're exhausted, you're not analyzing, you're just reacting. And that's when the dominoes start falling, dragging you down to rock bottom. The bottom line. How do you win? Let's piece it together. Hot streak, you win but bet small so you barely make a dent. Cold streak, you lose but bet big, wiping out everything. Grind, you're stuck in the middle, too stubborn to quit, and end up losing anyway. Big question. Next time, can you switch it up? Bet big when you're winning, small when you're losing? Hate to break it to you, but nope. Nobody can control their emotions forever. One slip up and you're done. Gambling isn't about skill, it's about probability and emotions. The only way to win, don't play. Yo, gambling's a trap rigged to make you lose. Your brain, no matter how smart, can't outsmart dopamine, adrenaline, or those sneaky psychological effects? Have you ever been caught in the win small, lose big spiral? Drop your story in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support the pod. Catch you in the next episode.